Good morning. Good morning, all you lovely 5-foot ropians. Whoop, I'm in for action today. How are you all? I'll just ring my chimes to reset the space, and I'm going to ask you to say hello if you are joining me or replay. Hashtag replay if you're joining me on the replay. Good morning. Somebody is there, and I don't know who you are because I can't see your name, but thank you for joining me. And I love your beautiful smiley face that you have sent me along. So, weather report. Well, Tasmania's wild and woolly today, but actually it's not freezing. It's just cold. So, today I'm here to talk to you about getting your direction happening and what happens when the flow stops, or what can you do when you are ready for change and you know that there's something blocking you, because we all have these blocks and sometimes I think, oh my gosh, we go over and over and over things like, we've all got issues with blocks, and we do. So we all have like a limited mentality or limited mindset, or we all experience moments of disbelief in ourselves, maybe burnout, maybe overload, maybe confusion, maybe juggling too many balls. So procrastination comes in because you don't know which ball to pick up today. So first of all, I believe that it's a good idea to set our intentions. That's the first part. And I talked a lot about intentions yesterday and talked about oils that you can use to support your intentions. In fact, I use essential oils with intentions all day, every day, throughout the day. And good morning, Susie, and good morning, Elaine. Nice to see you here, ladies. So using oils helps us to keep ourselves risen above the tide, is one of the words I say. So that you can rise above the ebb and the flow and the push and the pull of whatever's happening for you in your business or your daily life. So first of all, if we have this apprehension or negative thinking or limited thinking, old programming that is impacting our ability to get our direction going, if we are affected by those things, one, we need to kind of tune into what it is that is affecting us, and then we need to release it. So what I want you to do this morning, we're going to do a little bit of a session. So what I want you to do is just to take some breaths, and refreshing breaths, 3 deep refreshing breaths. If you've got an oil, grab an oil that you have, your favorite. I'm going to grab, or just something that you are tuning into at the moment. So I'm going to grab my Valor, and I'm going to put a drop on my wrist, and just sit quietly with your 3 breaths. And if you haven't got an oil, that's okay. I'll smell mine for you. So just cross your wrists over like that to create a bit of an electrical circuit and to create the flow. And take some deep breaths and make sure that you really give that exhale a really good go. So and breathing out any tension, anything that is not aligned with a good productive day. And one more deep breath. So it's really important that we reset each and every day. Hope that feels good. How does that feel? Okay, now what I want you to do is to tune into any resistance that you have. Is there any resistance? Well, actually, first of all, maybe you need to put your intention in for the day. What is your intention? Maybe it's to achieve 5 things. Maybe it's just to get through a Facebook Live. It might be to have a relaxing day and go, well, it's Friday, I've done my work. What is your intention for today? Think about that in your mind's eye. But also, when you get that sticky point, the point that goes, oh, you're kidding, or the point that goes, but, or when you get to the point that goes, oh, I'm not really excited about it, whatever that sort of negative vibration or downside thought that happens, I would be recommending, and I will use release in lieu, energetically in lieu of everybody on the replay or watching the live. So I'm going to put some release in my hand, and I want you to, and I'm just going to breathe it in. It blew it out. You got giddy. Oh, some grounding. So this release oil is just going to help us to release. And maybe you could just do a bit of movement where you're just grabbing the energy of anything that's holding you back and send it off, and send it off with love. It's always a good idea to send it off with love, so that then you can just come into a state of great peace and great hope, potential and possibility. Release, I rub on my liver. Now, when we have old experiences, old emotions, old traumas, old memories, old patterns we're listening to our mum and our dad, or our brothers or our sisters, or that school teacher that put you down, or whoever it is that made you feel less valued than you really are, or that might have had an impact on you, you can just imagine that that is not happening anymore. So just for a moment, close your eyes and imagine that you are getting on with your day, doing what you want to do, with the joy, with the happiness, with the free-flowing energy. So just put yourself into the mindset that that's the way your day is going to move forward, and make sure you bring in the joy, bring in the emotion, bring in colors, bring in pictures in your mind of what you want to do for the day. And maybe you could even write those things down, and write them down as if they are happening in the here and now, so that we are retraining all those thoughts. We're putting new positive thoughts into our mind so that our flow will work for us rather than against us. So now the next oil that I would like to share with you is clarity. So we need to get some clarity on what it is that we want to do. So when you're writing your thoughts down, and when you're doing those visualizations, you can get some clarity, or you could be using clarity in your diffuser. When I have got a to-do list, when I've got jobs to do and I want my mind clear, I want to be functioning, I want to be firing on all cylinders, and leave the confusion behind, clarity comes in, because we really need to get clear on our direction, on our to-do list, get clear on what we can really achieve, rather than projecting too far forward into the future, what all the things we have to do, because we know when we're running a business that there's lots and lots of things to do. So we need to be patient with ourselves and make sure that we stay on top of what we can do and leave behind what we can't do. We may need to get help, support for that. We may need to get clear, so we have a clear mind on what the next step is. So how are we going? Has anybody got some intentions they would like to share with any intentions for the day? Oh, yes, Susie, being kind to ourselves. I love that you've put that on the list of life, because, we can be so hard on ourselves, and we can be so, downtrodden on ourselves if we haven't achieved what we want to achieve, or we might wake up in the morning thinking, well, we've got all these things we want to achieve. Yes, it's going to be another awesome day. It already is an awesome day, and it's going to continue to be an awesome day. And everybody who is in this challenge, you're probably thinking, oh, I didn't get this done, or I didn't get that done. Or you might be, stressing about whatever's happening. Well, we just need to cool our jets. We need to release the stress, and we need to just, my thing for me is I've been juggling, my everyday things going on, and I've been dealing with lots of family issues, and I'm not as organized as I'd like to be, but I've let that go, accept things are what they are. What's that saying? I actually, my saying these days is I am in the right place at the right time for the right reasons with the right people for the right outcome, so that you're creating this energetic vortex of everything is okay. And what's left out, it doesn't really matter. Now, my next oil, and I would love to see some of your intentions for today. Type them up. What do you want to get to do? What is it that you want to achieve today? Now, for us to rise above and beyond and grow our wings and do great things, we often get stumbled in, those things of procrastination and, getting caught up with all those things that I was talking to you about. So we often might feel self-pity. We might feel victim consciousness, like if we are sabotaging ourselves, we might give ourselves a hard time, like we're good at that, aren't we? Who's good at giving yourself a hard time? Well, really, it's time for us to avoid all those things, time for us to step aside, step out of that energy. And the next oil that I would use is Magnify Your Purpose. And I'm going to read a little bit about what this one says. It's stimulating and uplifting, magnifying your soul's purpose, which is the really important key to our success. Because if we are running on somebody else's time schedule or somebody else's train or somebody else's thoughts about what we should be doing, or if we're not listening to our inner heart's voice, we could be wasting a lot of time as well. So Magnify Your Purpose supports you in your greatest capabilities and desires. It discourages avoidance of procrastination, uncertainty, and when making big personal changes or transition through spiritual growth, thereby increasing your commitment to your purpose and the expression of your intentions to do so. So it comes back to intentions again. Now, Magnify Your Purpose gets the energy flowing to the right hemisphere of your brain, your intuitive creative center, and helps you feel worthy of creating and manifesting an incredible life. So a lot of us give up along the way. We don't have that higher vision or that higher purpose or sense of who we are and what we are here on this planet for. Some of us, it took a lot longer than others to get on the right track, or our journey is always leading us along the way. We're picking up clues, we're picking up inspiration, we're picking up, those little, I call them divine nudges. We learn things along the way. We get led if we care to listen to our inner self. Now, part of my work is teaching, educating people how to use essential oils in your lifestyle to create a healthy and abundant life. Now, the other part of it's still the same part, but I also offer one-on-one sessions. If people are really stuck, your momentum has come to a standstill, you're not sure where to go next, or you feel like you've hit a brick wall. So what I do is I welcome you into a one-on-one session with me, and we will sit down and we will look at your picture, we'll look at your life, and we will hone in on what it is specifically that is holding you back. and I will walk you through a process to help release that. I use essential oils. I give you recommendations of what oils are going to work for you, and I give you a color, a signature color artwork, piece of intuitive drawing specifically designed and for you, working, which I do during your one-on-one session. We get to the bottom, we get to the crux of what it is that is holding you back. We release that, and then we fill you up with lots of goodness, with joy, and with the ability and the mindset for you to take the next step in your action, whatever that may be. So color, energy, vibrations is really what a lot of us are becoming more and more aware of these days. And I love working in that field of vibration, using chimes or bowls or color and essential oils, which is really a very important part of my lifestyle, and it can be such a key to success for anybody who is ready to step up, to step out, and to grow your wings and to feel safe and secure in your decisions and in your ability to move forward and step into your success. So I think, I'm not sure if there's I think I've pretty well explained things. If you would like a clarity wellness call with me to talk about oils and to talk about what you can do to get your life and your health back on track, if I would welcome that. If you would like to book me in for a signature piece of art for you with your oil suggestions and your affirmations, please make a booking with me. I love working with people, and I absolutely adore the transformation I see when people make the decision to step forward and make the decision to step forward for themselves, because every action has either a reaction or a response. And I want to see you responding to the world rather than reacting with the world. So if this sounds like you, and if you are interested, come and join me. Do go in the chicken dinner prize draw as well. Find the post on that Susie will put out, and you might win a free oil reading. I've got a client yesterday who is booked in for her mini session, and somebody bought some oils yesterday off me, one of my lovely ladies on my live. So I'm going to celebrate on that note. And tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, Saturday morning, you can jump on board. You can sleep in and watch me from bed if you like. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to be talking about your children. How can you keep abreast of having your children around and keep their health maximized, and what oils are going to work for a busy mama and a papa when they need to have a happy and a healthy household. So you'll be there to watch, Kay. Thank you, Susie. Thanks for joining me. Come and join me. Come and email me. Check out my website. It's all there floating along the bottom. Come and join me in my Essential Oil Wisdom group. And I do oil readings. Haven't been doing oil readings on these, but I am going to be gearing up next week to do my morning lives into Susie's 5-foot rope group as well, her page and in my oil page. So take care. Lots of love from my heart to your heart. Go forth, prosper. Live with the best version of yourself. Douse yourself with oils and keep above the tide on that surfboard, riding that wave. Thank you, everybody. Lots of love. Bye.